to this channel, Metaphysics and Development. Most of you are familiar with the word metaphysics, but this channel aims at conceptualizing metaphysics from a whole other point of view. You must have learned about metaphysics from the Western philosophical perspective. But have you ever heard about case metaphysics? Have you ever conceptualized metaphysics from the native African perspective? Yes, it may sound interesting and new at the same time, but this channel is about metaphysical anthropology, existential metaphysics, applying metaphysics to human existence and development, applying metaphysics to practical life experience. So sit tight and pay attention as you get translated into the metaphysical realm. Enjoy.
Yeah, this channel is the channel of on metaphysics of development. What do we mean by metaphysics of development? There are two issues here: metaphysics and development. First, what is metaphysics? In the most simplest sense, metaphysics is the study of reality. When we talk about reality, we mean anything physical, mental, spiritual, visible or invisible, material or immaterial, physical or non-physical. Insofar as the human mind thinks of it, it is a reality. Because if I make a sound, is, those who understand English know what it means. And when I make a sound, bam, those who are Igbo will know what it means. So anything, even sound, insofar as it makes sense within a group of people, whether those people are just two people or one person, and the human mind thinks of it, it's reality. So everything we do in the world has to connect with reality. And in our everyday life, we deal with reality. Reality of we're looking for a job, we are going to work, we have a vocation, we are students, we are searching for knowledge, we have problems, spiritual, economic, political, social, cultural, and so on and so forth. So reality is nameless. It's something we live on a daily basis. It's something we do every day. And so that's how metaphysics is defined in the simplest sense. Now, when we partition metaphysics in deeper into metaphysics, we have metaphysics as the theory of being. We have metaphysics as the theory of being. When we define metaphysics as theory of being, we want to study the inner structure of things, to know their structural makeup, their ontology, what holds them. That particular structure without which a particular thing cannot be what it is. Saying, but when we talk about the ontology of a thing, I mean the theory of being. The being of a thing deals with the inner structure of that thing. And by the inner structure of the thing, we mean the substance that holds the thing together, the substrate, the substratum, that particular essence of the thing, which if you remove, that particular thing will cease to be what it is. So that's what ontology is all about. Then there's an aspect of metaphysics known as cosmology, which particularly deals with the origin of things. And there's a department of metaphysics also known as cosmogony, which has to do with the theory of relationship of opposites. So when we study metaphysics, we were interested in three things. One, the structure of the thing, the substratum. One, the structure of the thing, the substratum. Two, the origin of the thing. And three, the relationship of a particular thing to other things. Then there is metaphysics as the theory of being. Being in general as the foundation of the whole universe. With that, we are talking about general ontology. So we can distinguish two senses of ontology. General ontology, known as metaphysical generalists, and specialized ontology, known as metaphysical specialists. Now, the general ontology is what metaphysics in the Department of Philosophy deals with. The specialized ontology is what other departments outside philosophy deal with. History deals with the study of events, law with the structure of law, legal system of a society. Psychology deals with the study of the psyche, sociology study of society, political science study of politics. Biology deals with the study of characteristics of living things. Physics deals with the study of force, and so on and so forth. So every department of knowledge deals with the study of reality. So every department of knowledge, whether in the university, outside the university, within the cultural system, the sum total ideas of any culture is primarily metaphysical. Because we have to define what a thing is before we can begin to talk about how that thing develops. Now this is why we're talking about the metaphysics of development. And the metaphysics of development simply is this. Development has been defined severally as being progressive, as being growth, in which we talk about physical development, as being progressive, as being holistic, as being perspectival. Now, in holistic development, we are looking at the sum total development of an entity, whether an individual or a state, which we say the individual is developing culturally, spiritually, materially, morally, economically, is prospering, there's political stability and all of that. So development is best tackled from a holistic perspective. Now, but when we talk about the metaphysics of development, what are we talking about? What we mean to say is that essence, that foundation, that substance of development, without which there is no development. And what is that? That is the substance of development. It is the human being. What is it that is particular about the human being? The power to think. The power to think is the power to transcend. The power to transcend is the power to move from the physical to the non-physical. So we encounter problem in the physical. We withdraw to our mental level. And when we withdraw to our mental level, we regurgitate on the problem, we tinker on the problem that we encountered physically. We may encounter a problem in Nigeria and we are still in the United States. Maybe we have traveled since yesterday using our private jet and we are in the United States. But the problem we encountered in Nigeria is still in our mind and we're still thinking about it. And we sit in the United States and develop problems for solving that, solutions for solving the problem that we encountered in Nigeria. That problem we encountered in Nigeria has happened. That moment it happened, it has gone into history. But it remains in the human mind. And the human mind keeps thinking about it and thinking about solutions to it. And so, metaphysics of development is the analysis of the power of the human mind to be able to transcend situations by creating and recreating, inventing and reinventing, discovering and rediscovering, revealing and reinterpreting revelations. So it is the human being that is the center point of development. And nations that understand this spend their heaviest amount on human development. Once the human development is taken care of, physical development will be addressed. To sum up, when African countries began to gather independence from 1957, the Asian countries like China got independence in 1948, India 1954. Now, while Asia spent its time 20 years on human development, African nations spend their time on physical development. So if you can recall, by the 1960s and 70s, we had Kanji Dam, we had physical development. India, Asia, China, they were lacking behind. As of 1980, Nigeria's annual budget of just about 80 million people was more than China's budget. As of that time, China was 2 billion by population. And China was on a budget of $9 billion, while Nigeria was on a budget of about $40 billion. But China's 9 billion is more than 9 billion because everything China was doing was made by the Chinese. because they had taken care of, they were addressing the problem of human development. They had to define what kind of human beings will build China, what kind of human beings will build India. You must first and foremost, if you want to address the problem of development, you must first and primarily address the quality of the kind of human beings you want to build the state. The quality of the kind of human beings that build the state is the quality of the state that you have. If you have not built and created the kind of human beings that you want, then you cannot define, you cannot achieve, you cannot even define, let's achieve the kind of state that you want. So, from 1960 to 1980, India, China, the Asian countries, the Asian tigers of yesterday, were busy addressing human development, spending money on training their human mind on areas that they lack, fortifying areas that they were strong in. We spent money acquiring physical development. In Ghana, Nkrumah built a Fombo Dam. Here we built Kinji Dam, and so on and so forth. Now, from the 1990s, the Asian tigers came up, and everything they come up, the human development start developing the material society. By 1990, Asian products were landing Africa at cheaper rates. And those we used to laugh at, the Indians we used to laugh at that used to do boy and beg for job in our African countries, went back to India. Today, we are going back to India. So that is exactly what the metaphysics of development is. If you want to address the problem of development, develop the kind of human beings you want along your cultural trajectory. That must be taken care of. And once you don't do that, you have missed the track. Thank you.